Yeah, I think one of the biggest joys is just getting to hold the child you created, and the smiles that they give you are some of the biggest joys for me.
I think for me, just all of like the learning moments, being able to watch him grow, and it's like it gets better every day. Like his smiles and his kicks, and seeing kind of like what you're doing, that really pays off. I think that for me is the biggest joy. Being able to ask for help is the biggest thing, that you yourself don't have to do everything. It's like a hard you don't understand until you're in it. And so I think being able to like have each other and know when you've hit your breaking point and where you need help, that's I think the biggest lesson for me is like you can't do everything on your own. So being able to have people help you out.
For me, it's been really digging deep and finding more patience than I ever thought I had. It takes a lot, and you get frustrated, and you just have to kind of brush that aside and just try your best to calm down even when you might be a little bit frustrated. So just having more patience is kind of what I've learned.
You can always find something you should be doing, right? Like, you should be doing this, the baby should be here, these are the milestones. Like, so I think it's really hard to feel like you're not doing enough. Like you always have kind of a fear that you're not doing enough as a parent, and oh my gosh, is this gonna mess them up, or oh, did I do that wrong? And hopefully no is the answer. I guess I think that's hard too, is like knowing where to find that balance of like doing enough and doing too much and not doing enough. I think that's my biggest fear about being perfect.
Just like what Alli said, there's things you read on the internet, and you're always constantly comparing your parenting style or how your child's progressing with what you see on the internet, and they're always showing you what's perfect. Rarely do they ever focus on the struggles or what might not be going perfect. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. Like, you're just trying to always compare yourself to where the standard needs to be.
We had a lot of family come into town. Most of our family is out of town, so it was nice. They came in and cooked us dinner and help watch him a little bit. Having someone to be like, is this really all I'm supposed to be doing? I think that was super helpful. You're just surviving, right? And so I think just having somebody else tell you like it's gonna get better, and every day it does get like a little, I wouldn't say easier. It doesn't get easier. It just gets more like normal.
Yeah, and a lot of our friends came over, and I think they just wanted to meet the baby, but they brought us dinner too, so that was really nice. And so we definitely felt supported with that, and a lot of our friends are constantly checking in on us and seeing how he's doing, and it just makes us, like you said, it makes us feel like we're not alone in this whole thing. So
I personally don't think that you can do parenting alone. There are, plenty of people that do it, and I think it's so hard. So I definitely think having a support system is really important. We did a lot of work before he was born. It was just trying to figure out like how we were gonna, split duties and really like support one another. And I think having open communication has been really important for us. Being open to having people help you and asking for help has been really important for us. So just even having people come over and stop by for like a little bit, so you could just like, give him to somebody else or take a shower or, all those things that they say to do. I think that's been really important.
Even seeing the half that I'm doing right now is really tough. And to just have one person do all of that all the time, I think that would be very, very difficult, especially without a support system. Having a support system is really vital in raising children, for sure.
So we're both going back to work here soon. Brett's been kind of working a little bit more part-time than I have. There's still a lot of like fear and anxiety around being able to balance working and parenthood and self-care. I think even now, I'm on maternity leave, and it's like still hard to find that balance. We also have family really close that can help us pick up and drop off. It's definitely been a lot of anxiety about going back to work. Just because it's different, right? It's different in the beginning and it's all crazy, and then it's different when you're trying to transition. But I think just trying to have one another and like really plug into our support and our family and our friends. Like, you want to do these things, then let's do it. So like figuring those things out as parents instead of just as pre-parenthood, how to still fit those things into our schedule. That you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You think you have to keep doing more and more and more, and I think the most important thing that she told us is that sometimes less is more. What I think is really helpful is like prepare those things like ahead of time, so in the beginning you can really just like focus on being in the moment. We had friends bring food and stuff like that, so it's like those things we weren't worried about, so we could actually sit and enjoy and have that time together to really figure out how to be a family of 3 instead of a family of 2.
You're going to go through all these things having a kid, and some are going to be really hard and some are going to be joyful, and just remembering to be present through all of it and just appreciating the good and the bad. We're only going to get this once with him, you know. You'll always remember it, even if it's good or bad.